Well, hey neighbors, and hey neighbor Kyle. Welcome to the Shed Shop. It is May 4, about 8:30 p.m. I've just gotten off the phone with neighbor Carrie, and you can't see my whiteboard. I actually got the door open today. It was beautiful. Anyways, it's up here. There's a Husqvarna 338 that we're going to do for free, and we're using donations that we've received to pay for all the parts. And so I was talking to him also about their Husqvarna 570 that they're going to have a high bill on, and they might not want to have fixed up. It's been here for months and months and months and months and months. We couldn't get a top end for it. I finally think I found one that will fit from Meteor. They're finally in stock, and so we was talking about that. But anyways, let me tell you a little bit about neighbor Kyle, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to vacuum pressure test this damn saw that I rebuilt that apparently is not working right. Is it operator error? I don't know. It's been at my house not working right. So I'm going to tell you real quick. I'm going to try to keep it. I'm going to give myself 5 minutes because I keep saying 2 minutes and 3 minutes and I freaking fail. So if we try for 5 minutes, it's 1 minute now. I'll try to make the intro no longer than 5 minutes total. Okay. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Kyle and the saw and everything else, blah, 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 that's going on. But I got to pause you for a second, damn it, because I got to go do something. Okay. Listen, neighbors. You're going to hear a lot more about neighbor Kyle. Hopefully, a lot of the footage is talking about him. This saw was initially the Timber Bros 025 on the channel. We started having oiling issues. They ended up wanting an MS250 I had rebuilt as part of that series as well. And then we ended up having oiling issues with that one. But they got their saw now. And they got their spike here. Okay. And this is actually his for his saw. But they've got one too over there. Okay. And then neighbor Jonathan bought the first 025 I rebuilt. And then neighbor Kyle messaged me on Facebook about saws. And he asked me, he said, that's a pretty old saw. Could you do any better on the price? And I said, I'm so sorry, neighbor. I can't. I've got 30 hours into that saw. I haven't looked at our messages, but I'm going to trust him that's all I said. And then I sent him a video of me rebuilding the saw and said, here you go, neighbor. And basically that showed all the parts I put into it. Well, he did end up coming by my house, blah, 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 blah. Long story, you guys. I'm going to skip ahead of all of that shit. Okay, because I've said it so many times, I don't want to say it again right now. Because I got to get to work, damn it. I'm so damn busy. Okay, and I'm trying to stay encouraged. I'm in agonizing freaking pain. But we will keep persevering. Shit, neighbors. What else am I going to do? Anyways, so, neighbor Kyle bought a saw from me. I couldn't quite get it tuned right the day that he bought it, because I didn't expect him for a couple more days. I had to roll out his bar, so I did it right before he came to my house. Rolled out the rail gap on his bar, and then it was running. But I was like, listen, it's it just rained, and so I can't quite get it tuned in. But you're just a couple miles away, so if you have problems, bring it back. Well, guess what? Saturday he bought the damn saw on a Thursday. Saturday, his first time using it. He messages me, "Hey, you busy? It's my day off." I struggled with, should I message him back or not? I did. I messaged him back. I said, what's up? He said, saw's not running right. I thought it's probably just a tuning issue. Screw it. Come on over. Well, we couldn't get the damn saw tuned in. And he tells me, sit your ass down. You didn't tell me it was your day off. I would have never come over. Okay? You should have told me. I said, no, neighbor, it's good. Okay? So we sat and talked for a few hours on my day off. He told me, stop working. It's fine. No big deal. I'm not worried about the saw. Okay? Let me know how you're doing, damn it. I love that shit. It's awesome. That's what we should be doing for one another. Anyways, neighbors, I'm talking fast because we got to get through this shit. I'm almost out of time. Okay, so he comes over Sunday, helps me with some chores, and his saw magically is running fine. Listen, neighbors, I could not get that chit tuned in on Saturday. Sunday is running fine. I cut with it. He cut with it. We ran a whole damn tank through it. It ran out of gas. I said, it should be fine. I was having fuel issues, but I thought, you know what? I'll just leave it empty. He can take it home. It should be fine. If it's not, shit, he'll bring it back. Well, guess what? Here it is. Neighbor Kyle said, saw's not running right. I said, okay, neighbor, come on. Well, he brings it over, actually, to pick up his spike, shows up with his damn saw, and tells me he's got to leave his saw with me, and it's not running right. I said, okay, fine, neighbor. Well, guess what? I tried to start that damn thing. I said, yep, it's flooded. I could have pulled cord for 5 minutes, and it probably would have popped off. It was flooded, but not horrible. Okay, but the next morning, for chits and giggles, I was going to diagnose the saw, and I said, you know what, let me see if it'll start. And it did. 1, 2 on choke, it pops. I flip it up, 1, 2, it pulls, it fires, and then I get the damn camera out. And I haven't showed you guys the video as of yet while I'm recording this video, but he has seen it. the saw's cutting trees, and he says it's not cutting real wood. I said, you're right. He's right. Damn it. They're small trees. They're only like this big around. But he's being a smart ass. The reality is the saw run and cut fine for me the whole time. And right before I put in a vise tonight, I said, you know what? Just out of curiosity, let me try and start this damn saw. I knew I should have started the damn camera. I'll do it right now. Shit, screw it. Watch this, neighbors. Okay? This is the saw that's not running right. And is it operator error? I don't know. We'll find out. I don't want to embarrass this man. But hey, you'd be fucking shocked how many people don't know how to properly start a chainsaw. If nobody has ever taught you and you don't use a chainsaw, why the fuck would you know how to start a chainsaw? This man puts in AC for a living and was in the army. Okay? He wasn't cutting down trees for the army. It could be operator error. I kind of hope it's not. I kind of hope I fuck something up because I don't want to tell him you're a dummy not starting your saw right. Watch this, okay? So here we go, just for shits and giggles. Look at this right now anyways, okay? We're on off. I'm pulling the trigger in. I'm holding the trigger. 1, 2, all the way down. Let go of the trigger. I'll pull my cord and listen. You got to listen for the saw to go, it's going to pop. That's what we call it. It just did it. Second pull. The problem is, my saws are so damn good, one might not have heard that pop. Click your thing up, 1 click. Let it warm up just a few seconds where it was, and then tap the throttle. Okay? Okay, now listen, neighbors. This all seems fine, right? I have seen it be sporadic. It was weird, okay? So, do I think my neighbor is starting his saw wrong? I don't know. What I can say is some hibbity-jibbity-hooboo shit has happened with this saw, and it's not the only saw I've seen this kind of weird shit happen with, okay? Not this identical chit, but other weird chit. Like Jonathan Luna's chit oozing, alien, blue, pasty, liquid, but we can't figure out where it's coming from. And it's almost like it's two-stroke oil separated from the gas. How the hell is that happening within an overnight period? We don't know. Anyways, damn it, 7 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm going to turn you down at the bench. Let's get to work, damn it. All right, so listen, neighbors, I know you guys have seen me vacuum pressure test many of these 025s and many steel saws, several Johnson or a couple of Johnson Reds, Husqvarnas. It is all the same concept. Essentially, you need to seal off anywhere air can escape, and you've got to have a way to put pressure in vacuum, whether you go through your spark plug port or your intake or your impulse, and hell, you technically even could go through your muffler. And if you got a decom valve, you technically could go through your decom valve. Everywhere you're not pumping air in or pulling air out, you have to seal off. And so that's the basic concept. And so essentially the thing is, I am going to probably tell you guys story in this one. Now, I have recorded a lot of educational content over the last few days. Just because you guys aren't seeing it all doesn't mean it's not there. It takes a lot of time to edit footage and upload. So there's tons and tons and tons of stuff y'all are asking me for. Neighbors, damn it, Bobby. Hey, listen, I got a video right now that I recorded already before you went, damn it, Bobby. And talked about me being busy recording the video saying I did neighbor Brian dirty. Because I already said in another video that I've already recorded that you haven't seen because I've got to vet it and do everything else with my chitty internet neighbor that says I did you dirty. Okay, so just be patient. The footage is coming, I promise you. Thanks for your support. Damn it, Bobby. At damn it, Bobby. I thought at damn it, Bobby might be neighbor Jeff, because neighbor Jeff brought up the Waterboy movie right away when he called me. And we was talking about his name and different shit. And he said, yeah, kind of like Boucher, the Waterboy. Bobby Boucher. Damn it, Bobby. Okay. So anyways, basically what I've got to do is get all the way down to, I should charge neighbor Kyle for this chit. If it's operator error, neighbor Kyle, damn it, I'm charging you. It's $25 diagnostics fee, neighbor. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't charge him. He's a good neighbor. He's a nice neighbor. So far. We'll see. We'll see if his character holds up. So far, I think his character is incredible compared to a lot of fucking people. My neighbor come over after I sold him a lemon saw and helped me with my chores with his 2 damn hands for free. He offered to wash filthy, vile, disgusting chainsaw parts for free just to be a good neighbor. I mean, shit. Who does that? A lot of people do it, but he actually showed up and helped me with my chores while his lemon saw was here. This apparent lemon saw, I will say. Anyways, we got to have fun, neighbors. He's a razzer. He's a smartass. Sometimes too much of a smartass, Kyle. Damn it. But he knows I feel that way. I already told him that shit. It's hard to know when he's serious. It's hard to know what the hell the man's thinking. He's hard to read. Anyways, so his muffler's a little warm. But we'll go ahead and get it off. The thing I don't like about this top cover this way, as part of the handle, is the thing is I cannot slide a slide behind this thing right now. And also, if I have an air leak and I'm struggling to find it, it is very difficult on this model to see if it's human error with sealing off the muffler port, because this is in your way. I don't like it. They did us dirty. Okay, let's see. Neighbor Kyle doesn't know, but he will know when he picks this all up. That neighbor Kyle, I have a brand new aftermarket muffler because I did you dirty. I also have a brand new side cover because I fucking did you dirty on this saw. What is conviction? Pause! This is me, neighbors. This is how I do shit. Let's real quick take a break and talk about some shit a lot of you ain't gonna like. Let's talk about the Bible for a minute, damn it. What is conviction? Last night, neighbor Kyle's saw was hanging right here from this hook, right next to neighbor Jonathan Luna's 025. That is leaking weird blue ooze, and I cannot figure it out yet. But we'll figure it out, okay? Because his saw is warranted. His other saw is on the floor right here, damn it, with his brand new beautiful 20-inch barn chain, and it's no 28. So of course there's a damn puddle of oil, even though the damn thing was just rebuilt. I told neighbor Jonathan, I know I can fix that shit. Not 100%, it's a no 28, but I know I can trace down why it's doing that still. Anyways, so I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it. And I'm looking at the sprocket cover and how it's bowed because people over tighten them. And what that causes is at the top of the sprocket cover, let me show you, damn it. What it causes, neighbors, at the top of the sprocket cover, I didn't want to show you because my bench vise is a pain in the arse. Right here, along the seam up here and back here, the oil that doesn't, or that spits back, that comes back with the chain on the bar, if it doesn't all stay in the wood, or especially if you're running this, tuning it, whatever, just throttling it without it being in wood, all the oil is coming back. And it comes out here in a mess. And it is because this sprocket cover, people over tighten it here, and it crushes it in here and causes this to start to bow out. And I did him dirty. You know, I was real stressed out when this saw. I was ready to give up, honestly. A couple of weeks ago, when I was finishing this saw up, I said to hell with it. I went and spent, I don't know, $30 on this damn chain. I don't normally spend that on a chain. If I don't have the stuff I need for a saw, I do oftentimes use aftermarket stuff in areas like that, okay? Would I like to use OEM? Yes. But what is conviction? I'm looking at that and I'm like, damn. I just felt so, I don't want to call it guilty because it wasn't guilt, but it was like conviction. And what is conviction, neighbors? Why is this coming out now? I thought I was going to do a whole separate video on this, but I'm just going to touch on it for like 1 minute. Literally. What is conviction? Where does it come from? Stardust. If we're stardust and evolution, why do we have conviction of something like that? Okay? Like this neighbor paid a high price for this, and normally if stuff like that is imperfect, I will lower my price. Okay? But because my life is so messy, and I'm ready to give up when I was putting this all together. I was ready to finish all my neighbor's shit and just start slamming projects together as simple as possible and selling them as cheap as possible, or selling all my shit as parts and giving up. That's how close I was. I was close, but I wasn't going to give up yet. But anyways, well, I was very discouraged when I was doing a song. And when it was hanging there last night, I thought of all the nice things neighbor Kyle has said to me. and all the nice things he's actually already done for me in just a couple of weeks I've known him. And by nice things, I simply mean just showing up in my yard and saying, hey, I saw you YouTube, and I just wanted to check in on you and tell you I understand. But I don't understand. That's what he says. Okay, but the conviction is I don't believe that Stardust can cause a conviction of shitty human character. Okay, I don't think that's something that we can evolve into. I don't think it's possible. And so what is conviction? Well, neighbors, I don't quite know where it comes from, but what I know is when you do something less than good, you get a conviction. And so that's why I'm going to make it right. I'm going to give my fucking neighbor a beautiful saw. I'm not going to put a new bar and chain on his shit, or a new bar. I'd like to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do his muffler, though, and I'm going to put the brand new side cover I have down there. I'm going to take the time to dig all that shit out, even though I just buried it with all kinds of projects again. And I'm going to dig it out just to get that one piece. Why? Because my neighbor loves me, and that's how I want to fucking love him, and he will accept his blessing, and then he'll be a smartass and tell me how shitty and dirty I did him, and then he'll razz me for the rest of my life about it. Fuck it. That's his character. Am I going to love him or not? I'm going to fucking try. That's what I'm going to do. I love you, neighbor Kyle. Thank you for being a good neighbor and making my life better, buying my shit and keeping me sober and sitting in my yard for 5 hours while I do this shit and never shut the hell up. And you listen. Thank you, neighbor. I love you, neighbor. Let's get back to work, damn it. Alright, so now that we've got that off, essentially, I do have a specialty flange, but it is hard to fit on this saw in terms of plugging the impulse hose and everything. And so what I do is I have another one. Let's get that out of the way. A lot of times I think it's better to test with this on, but I never quite know for sure. I've had my other flange, and it's not a perfect science, but it works. The other thing we can do is, since our muffler is right here, neighbors, all we have to do is take us a little slide. That one doesn't fit. I got lots up here, so sorry. It's hard for me to reach like that around you guys. You really should get the hell out of my way. Damn it, you're in the way, neighbors. Shit. Put that on there right there, and then we can just put our carburetor right back on, just like that. Put our 2 bolts on, and look at that. I'll be damned, we just sealed that off. And then why am I doing it this way and not testing through there? Well, because I got to remove my spark plug anyways, because I want to see what it looks like to get an understanding of what the saw's condition is. Now, normally, I like to be able to run the saw through an entire tank, or at least an entire heat cycle, which to me really should be an entire tank. But not on this saw, because this damn saw takes 3 days to run out a damn tank. Boy, I hate hand turning all this stuff when it's this tight. Although I have not done that, we did cut with this saw, and it'll just give me a general idea. I just want to get a general idea about what the spark plug looks like to understand, is this saw seeming to be running overall too lean, too rich, or just right? And if it looks too lean, well, then I can say, okay, maybe we got some odd air leak that's only happening from time to time when the saw warms up. I don't know, but we're going to figure it out for our neighbor. If it's just my neighbor not starting his saw right and flooding its shit out, well, we'll figure that out too. Okay, so there's that. That should be sealed off pretty good. The only thing is, I didn't think of my impulse line down there, or my impulse port. I think I got it, but I forgot with this slide. You got to be able to do that. And then for this one, I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's not too hot to touch. It's not. That's why I jabbered for a minute. We had to let it cool down. Y'all just didn't know that. Neither did I until just now. Alright, get that out of the way. And then, oh hell, did I leave that on neighbor Jonathan's saw? No, I did not. Here, I got this one cut like this. Oh, that's not the right one, neighbors. I just did a 290, damn it. That's what I was thinking. Chit. Okay, I got one for this purpose too. I just got to find it. It might be on a saw somewhere. Okay. I don't think this one fits. I don't see it, neighbors. I don't see it. I'm going to just make another one because I need these a lot, and I noticed it's been missing lately. Okay, I'm going to pause you while I cut the chit out. Okay, 3 hours later. Just kidding, neighbors. Here we go. It's only been like 3 hours. I mean 2. So we will put this on. Maybe. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. We'll put our muffler back on to seal it off. Our chitty muffler we did our neighbor dirty with. Well, not really. Didn't really do him dirty with his muffler, but... Boy, I just cannot see, neighbors. It's so terrible. I really can't see. I don't know why I need so much light. Alright, got that on. We'll snug that up. Okay, got that snugged up. Now, next thing I'm going to do is, guess what, neighbors? We're going to look at what this spark plug looks like. Now, he did have a Champion RCJ 7-watt in here, but the first time he brought his saw back because he doesn't know how to start it. Listen, you guys got to understand, if I'm talking about neighbor Kyle, he is a razzer if I've ever met one. A smart ass. And so, he's going to get a real hard time in this video. And we'll see if we can kind of just get some idea of what this saw is running like. Now, this plug is a little wet. But I was just running it, and I didn't even let it get to warm condition. This plug does not have many hours on it, so it's hard to get a good reading. But from what I am seeing, I'd say the saw's in a little bit of a rich condition, is my guess, but not much. I don't think enough to cause the problems it's having. But we'll go through it. We'll figure it out. Now, one of my subscriber neighbors, listen, neighbor, you commented on a video about Loctite and a spark plug. You said there's no need, and you told me a product, and I asked you where I could get said product. Neighbor, you did me dirty by telling me about a product, and when I ask you where I can get it, you go ghost. Neighbors, if you're going to tell me advice or a product or something in the comments, and I'm kind enough to respond, I hope you would be kind enough to re-respond if I have a question about what you're offering as advice or a product, because I would love to not have to Loctite and Permatex these things. And I explained in those comments why, okay? But sometimes, instead of reusing a $6 spark plug, my only known solution is a little bit of Loctite and let my neighbor know, hey, this is what's in there, okay? So that's it. And now I'm going to get my specialty tool out, and we're going to vacuum pressure test this saw. All right. Now, neighbor Kyle is a secret operative, and so he will say to me, next time he's in my yard or whatever, he will say that, sure, I know you patched together and edited footage to make that look like it didn't have an air leak. That's what he will say. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put a vacuum to the saw. Guess what, neighbors? I'm getting no vacuum. That is a problem. I'll guarantee you it's human error. So, unfortunately, I got to go pressure, and I got to figure out where my error is. And now, here's what I hate. If it's behind the muffler, I have no way of knowing, unless I spray tons of water and hope to present bubbles in my soapy water. So, I will tighten this up. That's where I always start. If I have an immediate big leak, the saw would never run with this kind of leak. We'll try again. I believe it's going to be my impulse hose down there. And so, before I sit here and spray all kinds of water and get everything messy, I'm going to look at see if that's the problem. Because it's most likely, at this point, I can almost promise it's human error. That bad of a leak anyways. I'm not saying there's not an air leak on the saw I rebuilt. I have had it happen. Crankshaft seals do go bad. I do make mistakes, but I try very hard not to. But that's why I warranty my stuff, because I'm a human being. And I'm asking you to pay a good price for my stuff. And so if there is a mistake, I don't think you should have to pay for my mistake. Just like I should not have to pay for your mistake if you're a mechanic and do me dirty and mess up my car. Even if it wasn't intentional. You should say, you're right, neighbor. You paid me and I didn't do the job right. I sold you a part that I said was going to be good and it failed. And I should pay to fix that shit. Even if I can't afford it. We'll find a way, neighbor. That's how it works. Damn it. I don't know why this damn nut is so tight on his saw. But it's doing me dirty every time. I've cleaned the threads. And it just does not change. I've tried different nuts on this bolt. And they're all tight. His saw is cursed. I have to clean these nuts one more damn time, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and pull that back. I'm looking I did have my thing sealed there. Okay. At least it was sealed in my book. Problem is, I wonder. I'm just trying to find a problem, neighbors. That's all. Okay, I have another way I can seal these. We'll see if that's the problem. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, we'll plug that up. We will also plug the impulse hose up. I think this one is too big. It is. I grabbed the wrong one. I did you dirty. Did myself dirty. I need to find these, neighbors, without buying a whole kit again. I just want the little ones, and I cannot find just the little ones. I do not want to pay $20 for a whole nother set when all I need is more of the little ones. They're doing us dirty. I think this one will be too small. Oh, it will work. Okay, we will pull a vacuum again. Let's see what happens. Nope. Okay, we have leakage somewhere. Which means soapy water time. Is it human error? And also, it also means that unfortunately I got to put this on pressure and I might blow these things right out. Is it human error? Yes, see all that air leaking? I'll be damned. All over the place. Look at all those bubbles, neighbors. That's human error 100%. So, we're going to do a different method. Okay, get that mess out of the way. I don't like shoving these in really hard. That's the problem. I get nervous about stretching boots out and damaging boots. I have another way that I use. But I really wanted to go through the spark plug port. I don't necessarily want to put the spark plug back in. But it looks like we might have to. I should be able to. Actually, that should plug up. It really should. Nope, that one's too small. Damn it. See, this is what sucks, neighbors, is the tools I need to do this job are not available to me, and they're also very expensive. This usually works. These rubber stoppers, I can usually vacuum pressure test saws without too many issues. And I don't love to push them in that tight. But I got more intake boots. I just don't want to tear his saw down. I really don't. I hope I don't have to. I think the problem is going to be that I'm going to have to try and reach underneath and plug the impulse line up. Yeah, it's just not going to work. The curiosity is they normally don't do that. I can't tell where it's coming from. Okay, it is the impulse one. I think if we can get the impulse plugged up a little better, we might be alright. Okay, so I think the reality is I'm just going to go ahead and use the flange, and hopefully that will seal up our back here, and I'll just go ahead and put a spark plug in. Okay, and then we'll try and vacuum pressure test through the intake back here. It's another reason I don't love shoving those things in that deep. Okay. Again, I'm usually able to get this to seal up. I can even go do it that way sometimes. But usually it will seal without that stuff. We'll see. Let's give it a whirl. And then what I do is I take these 2 wrist pins right here. Has sleeves that cost like $10 a piece if I buy the actual sleeves. These are different lengths, but they work for now. And I think I need to just set my drill up here with a socket because it's taking too long to hand turn these. My drill is dead. That's okay. I got more battery. Alright, got that snugged up. Now I know I will not be able to hand turn this out, even though it's just snugged up. Okay, there we go. I have this saw too high for me to properly work on it without causing myself extra pain. But I gotta cause myself pain to lower it down. Oh hell. There goes my soapy water. That's good. Okay, I thought it was gasolina. Alright, there's that. My goodness. Sorry neighbors, my shoulder's hurting real bad. Get our spark plug in here. Now Kyle will say, just so you know, Kyle will say, when I pause to watch this for 10 or 15 minutes while I watch some of neighbor Devin's parts, he will say I paused and then repumped the pump up or something so that I was hiding this shit. And this all is not right. I was hiding it. That's how much of a smart ass he is. Okay, neighbors? You gonna love him through it or not, damn it. I will try my very hardest because neighbor Kyle, so far, is a good neighbor. Alright, let's try this shit again. Negative. No go. I still feel like it's going to be right here. So I'm going to go pressure instead of vacuum. The problem is I'm not going to be able to get it down on the bottom there. Damn, I really need to get the flange. I work on these saws so much, but I usually don't have this much of a problem. I told you guys, his saw's cursed. I can't even get a start of a seal in the areas I need right now. I'll be darned, look at that. We got pressure. But it's leaking slow, but I got to find out where. I'll guarantee you it's one of my flanges. It's so hard to make it present right here, though. This back corner. Nothing on our spark plug. God damn it. I hate. These saws are a little bit difficult to do vacuum pressure tests if you can't get everything sealed up. It's very difficult if the impulse back there is leaking right there. It's almost impossible without completely flipping the saw upside down to get water in there just right to get the bubbles to present. So unfortunately, that is literally what I have to do. And this is my life. Everything's going to fall now because I don't have room to work. You guys got to move, damn it. You're in the way. See, so here's the problem now. I'm presenting an air leak that I cannot find. These saws are very difficult if you do have an air leak without tearing the whole damn thing apart. But it's fast enough to me that the saw would never run leaking this much air. And so, it's got to be human error right now. But the problem is, again, if it is my muffler gasket back here, is not, my muffler rubber is not sealed properly, because I did just make another one. I've not used it before. I just cut one out, and it might not be functioning properly. But with this handle on here, I cannot see. And in order to expose that muffler seal, I have to remove this entire rear handle. And when I remove this entire rear handle, I no longer have an ability to seal up without stretching the hell out of my impulse boot. And then I have to go back through the spark plug again. And so that's the problem. I know this air leak is way too fast, right now at least, to not be human error. In terms of I'm either leaking here or leaking at the muffler and can't see it. Okay. And so, unfortunately, neighbors, I have to tear the saw all the way to damn down, even though it's running perfectly fucking fine. So, I don't know. Until next time, neighbors, I suppose that's going to be it. Because I cannot get to my damn muffler here. I hate that. I really hate it. It's very frustrating. Okay, I hear it. I hear it. I hear it, I hear it, I hear it. I do hear it, I just can't see it. Lots of Dawn dish soap all over this saw. This saw is going to be clean and sparkly. Well, I suppose I'm going to move the recoil. See, this is the problem. This footage is so long now. It's 40 minutes long. Well, neighbor Kyle, I don't know what to say. I'll go a little bit longer. I don't know. But otherwise, we're not going to get the rest of your diagnostics on footage. I know you're going to say it's fine. But damn it, neighbor. I want to see what's wrong with the saw. Together. But, you know, it is what it is. Damn it, I just had that damn T27 torque bit on this drill, took it off, set it on a bench, and it has disappeared in a damn mess. There we go. My bench is way too tall. I put a new battery in my drill. Okay. I'm trying to get to be able to see the impulse hose and the intake boot. There's our leak. Neighbor Kyle, I did you dirty, neighbor. I found our leak, neighbor. This makes me sad, but it's also good because here's the thing, you guys. I see this leaking at his intake boot. That's where it is, I think. No, it's not. I'll be damned. I thought I saw soapy bubbles, damn it. I do. I see them down there. The thing is, I don't know how to know without... I'm going to have to take the saw apart. That's all there is to it. Damn. Did you dirty neighbor? Shit. But I don't know if it's my fault. I don't think it is. It is essentially this intake boot is leaking around this shroud. And, you know, it's because a lot of times I don't want to do things like permatext that because I know it's faulty parts that certain chainsaws have. They tend to do things like that. But, I mean, to buy this shroud brand new, the shroud is sliding right off. And it shouldn't. I don't know what is causing. You guys can't even see what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, let me take you out of the workbench here. Listen, neighbors. This holds his intake boot tight to his cylinder. These, I would have never, I know I don't care how much I want to give up. I know that's setting myself up for failure. Why is this loose on this now? I do not know. I do not know. But essentially, his saw has to come apart. Okay, so that's what our problem is. That's where our air leak is. And so I did my neighbor dirty. Unintentionally. That was tight. I always make sure those are tight. Okay? So I've got plenty of these shrouds. And I might even just order a brand new one at this point. And make my neighbor wait for his saw. Because I know he's not in a hurry. But this goes to show. Look, I have paused this video. I'm over an hour. I've cut with this saw over an hour. And it cut fine. No problems. We cut with it. Cut with it while he was here. So why is it only leaking sometimes from there? I don't know. Heat and temperature. It's cooler right now. Okay. We had a bit of a chill to the air. I can't remember what the temperature was like. And so things expand and contrast with heat a little bit. But I did my neighbor dirty because I've been razzing him, hoping that something might be wrong, but also hoping something might not be wrong. So I could say, neighbor, you just got to learn how to start a damn chainsaw and run it. So he had issues with it in wood, I think, if I remember right. Anyways, the point being that his saw's under warranty, and he's not going to pay a damn penny for all these hours, and now several more hours that will go into this saw to replace this part. Because that's why I warranty my chit. Is that my fault? Maybe. Unlikely. It's just bad luck. I'm used to that. But it works. Because I'm going to take the blessing out of it. Damn it, neighbor Kyle. Don't razz me too much. This is hard on me. Okay? Honestly, neighbor. Don't. Just don't. Okay? Please. If you love me, be mild with it. Okay, neighbor? Shit. I honor my warranties, neighbors. Okay? So, it's good when chit goes wrong, I guess. Because you get to see. If you buy chit from me, I will honor my warranty. Okay, neighbor? It's good for you too, neighbor Devin. I hope you see this. I wish you would message me back about whether you still want this damn saw or not. Because I'm about to start cleaning it and work on my neighbor's saw at the same damn time. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Until next time, neighbors. Open mouth, insert foot, chainsaw redeemer. You were fucking wrong. Kyle was right. You did him dirty. He's got an air leak. Say you're sorry. I'm sorry, neighbor Kyle. I razzed you this whole video. I did you dirty, neighbor. You were right. Till next time, be kind to one another. Everyone's facing a damn battle, you see? I love all 8 billion of you, damn it. Let's get to work.